right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Our next series, next semifinals here, coming at us. We got game number 1 of this best of 3. The winner of this will move on to play in the finals, of course. We'll move on to play Immortals, as we just saw beat Leviathan 2-1. So we got DC versus Complexity, though. Which of these will make it on? Well, it should be a good series nonetheless. I'm Breaky CPK, again, joined by Grant. This one, again, this should be a good series. Complexity did defeat DC 2-0 recently, but, I mean, honestly, anything can happen, right? So, we'll see what happens here.
I speak for the trees.
You back, Grant? Or are you just muted? I'm going to go with this T-Steel AFK. All right. Anyways, into the game. We got Omni Knight first pick. Nature's Prophet, the response so far for Complexity. Is it Discord? You're not muted on here? Let's see here. Let me try recalling that. Let's see if this works. Hello?
Dire team ban.
Huh, that is weird. I see your thing lighting up now, but nothing's come. There you go.
Oh, no, that was weird. I wasn't actually muted, and I think maybe we just need to restart the call. Yeah, this will be great. Complexity has shown, I mean, I think them and EG feel like a little tier above everyone else in NA right now. We saw them in Dream League square up quite a bit, but DC has definitely been on the up, right? They lost 3-0 to Optic at the Asus ROG LAN, but then came back in Dream League and 2-0'd them super convincingly. So I think with Qualifier here, like you said, a lot like Garter coming from Europe's looked very good middle lane, and that's first picked Omni Knight while Bane was still in the pool.
So I was thinking to myself, actually, I'm kind of disappointed we didn't start sooner. That was my fault, but that there was 2 heroes to really look out for in this matchup specifically: Tiny and Omni Knight. Tiny was actually banned by Complexity with the final ban, preventing DC from getting it. But then they just go Omni Knight instead because, and I say that because DC's been actually running a lot of Omni Knight lately in the hands of MSS, and it's been very good for them. So the Omni Knight clockwork, they're just going to run at people in the offlane.
Yeah, sounds right. But obviously, I'm sure, I mean, if anyone does their homework, it's going to be Kyle. So he had to know that that opening was definitely coming. And Bulba, besides his Slardar, I think his clockwork has been his most played hero. And I like it. I like the opening from both teams. Obviously, Bane, very strong hero now, and Nature's Prophet.
10 seconds.
A lot like Leviathan played. You just split up the map, and he can turn into carry. God, and also, I mean, it could be a Z-Freak support. We have seen Nature's Prophet support plenty from him.
Yeah, Z-Freak, Moo, Chessie, these are all candidates to play this hero, honestly. Again, Chessie's definitely played it for Complexity in the safe lane even. So, really, in some teams, you may just figure it's going to be the off lane. Definitely not for Complexity. You got to figure that's going to be a diverse pick there.
5 seconds remaining.
And look at this, Beastmaster still in the pool. I mean, Complexity probably going to be the only team who'd pick it here with Omni Knight already picked up by DC, but some heroes just ignored. I know even Liquid Mind Control said they don't really think the hero's still that good, which mind-blowing to me, but I mean, that guy's won TI, so whatever.
I don't know. That seems like an odd statement to make. Yeah, that hero seems like he's one of the more ridiculous ones, honestly, of the patch. But yeah, I guess everyone's allowed to have their opinion, especially if they win TI. Puck, third pick.
And once again, I mean, I've seen Chessie play plenty of safe lane Puck. Complexity really doesn't give up anything. I still can't believe they make this Nature's Prophet work in the 4 role. They don't even jungle him, really. They like lane him, do some crazy harass stuff with a Blightstone, and then TP around the map. It's just crazy how they play. And then he gets a Meteor Hammer, and I'm not too convinced about it, but it's whatever.
Does he really? I saw there was, who is it?
Yeah, he did.
The monkeys there going the Meteor Hammer Blink Dagger build that I saw.
Z-Freak did it once as well, and like it was that game where they actually lost to EG, and they could have 2-0'd him, but they lost to him, and he's like, if I had 5 more minutes with that Meteor Hammer, we'd have won the game. And I'm like, oh, Z-Freak, why not just have a Shadow Blade Deso or something? I don't know. Made me laugh, but he's trying to make it work, and I think this is big. I think this is honestly Immortals' pretty big test. We saw Leviathan do good, but I think if Complexity wins this, they'll probably be pretty favored against Immortals.
Yeah, no, it's obviously you don't want to think too far ahead, but Complexity, again, is on a bit of a roll lately, going to their 3rd LAN coming up in the Perfect World, and they would love to add to that list here with the Summonate event. Another NA LAN, speaking of, they qualify for Captain's Draft as well, of course. So,
yep, you want to qualify to the NA LANs. These are the hometown LANs. These are the ones you're actually going to get cheered at, so you want to be qualifying to these events.
Oh, yeah.
Less travel, you won't have jet lag.
Remaining.
And yeah, hopefully Complexity is not stressing too much because, right, they play today. Then if they do win, they play tomorrow. And then I'm pretty sure they just fly right out to Perfect World. So
they must. I leave tomorrow morning. So that's what I'm wondering. Like, I guess Complexity, yeah, they're going to get there even a little bit later on. But I got to make sure to qualify for this one. At least that's the idea. Once again, so.
Disruptor, we've seen it pretty good versus Puck. Going to be decent versus Bane. Two different ways to obviously stop his ultimate. The Nature's Prophet a little bit countered by Glimpse if he tries to do anything funny.
That's true.
I like the pick there.
Teleport in, gets sent right back. Got to be careful for that. So Complexity, fourth pick now, is Brewmaster. Brewmaster is still on the board. He's been an interesting hero this patch. It seems like he's overall gotten a pretty good buff, and been seeing him trickle in here or there. And I know Complexity loves to run him in general, but
Drow Ranger.
no, we're going Drow.
That is a 3 range plus Drow. This laning phase is already on lockdown. It'll be interesting to see how honestly how DC salvages this, because Complexity with the super strong 4 opening here.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Here we go. They pick it pretty quickly. They take TA, so that's one way. I mean, if they do send, I really think this might be a 4 Nature's Prophet again, because Puck with Drow Ore actually does really well in the off lane. Could still go middle, but TA, one of those heroes that can just tank up those refraction charges no matter how much damage you do.
Yeah, that was a very confident TA pick. Like you said, it's like you got the Drow all of a sudden coming out of Complexity, and they're just like, nah, no extra time needed. We're going right into TA. So definitely the confidence here for Digital Chaos now. So yeah, you're sold on the 4-position Nature's Prophet. I mean, Complexity's draft is like they could still literally draft an offlaner, a mid hero, a 4. They really have a. So what do you ban here for DC? That's like, who knows?
That's interesting. I think honestly, Storm. Oh, it already is banned by Complexity. All right, I was gonna be like, that'd be good. So I don't know. DC, they're fine though. Guardian Angel obviously versus Complexity, like 5-man push draft with the Drow is gonna be nice, but that's a long cooldown early. You have to you lose one fight against this Complexity draft and game could just be over. Nature's Prophet tanks up with those treants. Drow just hits your buildings. DC needs to kind of all in on this team fight, I think. I wonder what they go for their carry.
Yeah.
They banned out the Brood for the split pushing.
What about
so they don't actually think DC wants... Sorry, they don't think DC wants to go for that team fight by banning out the Brood. That's interesting.
What about that gyrocopter? And it's still there. For DC, possibly.
I think Gyro just low base damage will get dominated in lane, especially with the Nature's Prophet TVing, because it's not a natural like quelling blade buyer. Could be a little bit rough.
5 seconds
but I mean, what really would be good here? Anti-Mage already banned out. Tiny banned out.
Phantom Lancer might be okay. The AoE presence, not the strongest from Complexity.
That wouldn't be terrible, but I think just still like you get gusted or Puck silence, you're just dead immediately. But that's a lot of heroes. That's why this is it's not even a versatile draft by Complexity. You think it kind of is, but I mean, you know what they're gonna do. It's just a strong draft.
Lycan.
Dire team.
Yeah. Oh no, they go. Okay, PA. I mean, that's one way. Just get on top of the Drow Ranger. But Bane, I can't wait. Just watch PA jump in. Bane levels Enfeeble. Watch PA actually do nothing.
Just kind of swing his auto attack and no damage coming out. That'll be awkward, yeah.
The 85 crit or something.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and Enfeeble's pretty good against such a hero. So yeah, good point.
5
Final pick for Complexity.
remaining.
Again, it's who the heck knows, man. They could do so much here with their draft. So
still, I mean, Brewmaster really isn't that terrible here. You have the Drow, but it's not like you need another ranged hero. He'd be a frontline tanker, someone who could actually initiate a fight. That's the problem with the Drow lineup. You never really have anyone who initiates a fight because you just want to be pushing towers. So I think it'd be nice to switch it up here.
yeah, no, they play a lot of Brew. Have history doing it, but
Venom.
Choose your hero.
Venom.
So this is going to be middle Veno, I do believe. Yep, there's. I figured once you see that Drow, you're like, Z-Freak's going to do so much with that aura in the support. Yep, carry Veno. No, wait. Middle Veno, carry Drow, yeah.
Moving the offlane Puck, and of course Kyle will get his hands on Bane there for the support. So.
I wonder if they might put Veno middle, though, with Limp against the TA, right? Seems like one of those nice counters against her.
Yeah, the refraction, not too good.
And the Bulba's going to have... I don't know how Bulba's going to do it. You're already roaming against the Nature's Prophet who can just summon trees, tank some of that battery assault. He's going to need to get so much done. I don't see how he's going to, but hopefully he can surprise me as he always does.
Yeah, so from what I've been seeing, again, running in, if they keep to the theme, they're going to put Omni Knight Clockwork in the offlane essentially together and just run at you. How will that do against the Drow Bane, you think? Will that actually work?
I mean, Bane, obviously, a couple sleeps early, it'll be ineffective. If he runs out of mana, though, definitely Chessie will be in a lot of trouble if he's down bottom.
All right, so we'll see how that works for them. So you mentioned Z-Freak probably going to jungle a little bit, then get some teleports going on earlier on in the game.
Yeah, he might just start in a lane, though, because with that Drow aura, I got to look, but he does like 70 a hit at level 1, and that is a lot of damage to just get right-clicked by.
Here we go. Game 1. Again, winner plays Immortals.
Prepare
Tomorrow,
for battle.
finals of the Summit 8 qualifiers here. For the NA region, that is.
I know, actually, right now, DC is at the Summit House boot camping.
Oh, that's...
So they definitely want to win and do that, but Complexity, they've been there during King's Cup as well, and I know they want to go back. Kyle loves the Summit.
Oh,
That's his experience, just partying with people, playing some good Dota as well. This is one of those tournaments you want to at least experience once.
Yeah, no, this is one of those, you're looking at the list of events that you mark on your let's try as hard as we can to get there, because it is a lot of fun on top of, obviously, being a minor. Points and money involved.
And some people are talking about, the team's a little bit weaker than before without Liquid and Secret there, so a chance maybe for some, I wouldn't say easier points, but easier than some tournaments for sure.
Yeah, struggling OG even getting invited.
Yeah, exactly. Both OGs, right? Optic won King's Cup, but they're weak right now. This is definitely a tournament. Some of these people are looking. They're like second, first place, super achievable.
It would be possible. Anyways, here we go. Complexity, 4 heroes down here. They get some aggressive vision. I guess they do block this camp as well. Pull camp at the bottom lane.
The battle begins.
Limp going for the bottom bounty rune.
Go. Take that.
And Chessie picked at the top one, so they're putting Drow in the off lane. So are aggressive dueling themselves.
It's reasonably common. We've seen Arteezy always get sacked when EG plays it in the off lane. But Chessie should get a decent amount of farm. Maybe they didn't want that kind of run at you, like you said, of the Omni Knight Clockwork. We might see rotations if that's the case.
Well, thankfully they have a TP that they got for free at the beginning of the game.
God bless.
So that's a possibility there to do. But Phantom Assassin, they're going to realize, all right, here comes the Drow. Thunderstrike's put up immediately. Bane going to throw in some right clicks, though. So top lane, Puck, all right. Just Clockwork kind of zoning him out. Trying to prevent him from getting experience, but for now, move.
Damn.
He's fine. Who's coming bottom? Z-Freak.
And look at that damage he does do about 7. He's 68 damage a right click. You'll see it when he right clicks somebody, but he's just chilling. Demon, actually in a lot of trouble. He has that Orb of Venom. He has to block him out from this tower, and damn. Z-Freak always, this guy, he honestly is one of the best forward positions that a lot of people talk about, but still, I wouldn't say he's considered the best in a lot of people's minds.
Yeah, it's, NA region, but I definitely agree with you there, of course. Z-Freak has always been a fantastic player, a prodigy of sorts in his early years, and, for how young he still is, he's been playing what seems like forever. One of those players, so.
He has a very good mindset about gaming. I got to talk to him a lot when I was at the Summit House with him because we were staying there as well. Just that whole team just has such a good mindset about Dota. They always want to be playing Dota. They always want to be talking about Dota. And if that's your life, then that's what you need to do.
And I promised myself that whenever I'm casting Complexity, I'm going to try not to make it too biased of a cast. So how about DC? They're also good people.
They are. Obviously, Bulba's one of the OGs of Dota 1. Him and Demon, right? I played with them back when I was actually decent at Dota. I played with these guys a lot on multiple different teams. And, Bulba gets a lot of flack. But, people just always speaking out. Dire Courier, actually, I didn't even see where it died.
It must have been over here with the Disruptor. I'm not even sure myself,
yeah,
but
it had to be. That's on me. Oh, but Z-Freak now. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, he's gone.
So much damage.
Oh, the Hadouken didn't come out. I actually thought, with those treants right nearby, it would, and Bulba gets first blood. Damn.
Yeah. Oh, middle lane, Limp. They just ran him down and caught that kind of halfway through, but the battery assault was up, and TA just putting in some auto attacks to finish off Venomancer. So, nice find there.
I was talking about, Bulba has to have a good game here, and it's going to be tough too, but he finds that first blood. Demon gets the courier kill. That's an amazing start for DC.
It is. You look at CS. I mean, even with that kill on Venomancer, he's still up there at 12-4, but naturally, of course, having a Drow is going to be up there on the charts. Drow herself is 14-8, but still a lot to happen. Very early on in this game, only 3 minutes, in fact, but Chessie doing a good job of kind of zoning out the PAs, just going in, trying to get some last hits with the dagger here. Having to be careful. Venomancer, the double Wraith Band early on. Just patting those stats.
Yeah, Mason's gonna have trouble. You just see him throwing the Enfeeble, even his daggers do nothing. He does 20 damage right now. Throws it out, tries to get some farms, some harass, but the lower mana cost on Enfeeble, still 95, but it's pretty insane against the, especially against the PA. Damn, middle, my bad. Yeah, I gotta focus. Focus right
I
now.
got it, man. I got it. It's the reason why I didn't. I mean, he was literally just ticking down a poison. I was watching it though. They just dove him, the Orbit fed him, and then of course the auto attack from Limp. He tried to run back to base, but it wasn't enough. So
They're finding him again though, Limp.
battery assault on top of him with the cogs. Limp's definitely gonna fall, doing some return damage. Bulba TP'ing out in time. Smart reaction on his part, figuring that's what they were doing, going for the turn kill. So they take out Veno, and he gets out safely. So yeah, Bulba's impact has been pretty good so far, despite what you thought was going to be a difficult time.
Exactly, and a good dual roam there. Without a Demon, he wouldn't have got that glimpse back and gotten the kill, so nice job rotating both of them in. And I love Koikva. He attacked the creep to cleave it. He's going to take a ton of damage here. He might even just be dead.
Here we go
the
again.
Treant's tanking the tower. Oh, Limp could have kept going with the Treant's tanking tower.
This goes back to the matchup that you're talking about. I mean, Refraction, it's almost feels useless in a lot of ways in the matchup here. Mitigates very little. Mason, he's fine, but even takes the brain sap. Again, that Enfeeble just being spammed on him. It's like, what does he do? He's 9-0 right now, but that's understandable because of the matchup that he's dealing with.
And you know what? I kind of like this, right? DC has almost always been about getting Mason farm on Sven and other heroes, and obviously, I mean, they've been losing a lot. It hasn't been working for them. I like that they're changing it up and giving it elsewhere. And TA's been doing great. They've been rotating him middle. They've gotten 2 kills up. I mean, an assist and a kill on him. He's just gonna farm jungle, and MSS level 5, pushing in a tower right now.
Look at Moo top lane. They're definitely diving him up here. They're trying to cut him off. Bulba going to where he ported to Moo. Ooh, he does not have phase shift. He's just going to go for the TP, and they don't see him. Great placement there in the middle of the trees.
Nicely done. Damn, Moo, that would have been a huge kill. That would have been like a kill in half of a tower up top.
Yeah.
I don't know. DC, yeah, I like Koikva clearing out the jungle early while the waves pushed in on his side, so he just clears this out and then he can go back middle when it's pushing in again.
Yeah, MSS has that siege though, so still getting some good damage onto the tower. Gonna be wearing off there. Omni Knight early Soul Ring. Again, I've talked about this, even if he's raindrop, but you just get Soul Ring Arcane Boost. It feels like this hero has infinite mana at this point. I mean, especially with the new Soul Ring, it's so good for a hero like Omni Knight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Now
attack.
look at this pressure bottom tower. They push in with the siege unit. We see Precision Aura popped on Chessie. Does a ton of damage. Z-Freak there as well. TP will come in from Mason, man. Only level 3.
Let's throw some daggers.
Still.
Nope, and Enfeeble's up. Now he's useless.
And he could be in a lot of trouble here. They need other TPs. They know he just TP'd in. But they're just going to push tower. I like it. They're just going for the objectives.
Yeah. Don't get distracted. I mean, even if you kill him, is it really that big of a deal? So yeah, get the tower. The guaranteed.
Rotation, though, from behind Bulba smoked.
Kyle in the front lines, maybe regretting that now. Bulba, as you mentioned, in the flank. Here we go. Going to be nightmared. Will be taken off, maybe not just yet. The dagger in. Kyle's in trouble. Puts the Enfeeble up. Going to delay this. If anything, right here, can't get close enough with the battery assault. No, but the glimpse is enough to bring him right back. So it's definitely a kill on Bane. It's just a matter of when.
They might try to get I thought they were going to save for Mason's dagger to get the kill because he needs all the farm he can get.
Well, you look at that distraction. Look at middle lane. Koikva's sitting here with the melt, or with the invis, I guess, and he is going to open right now. But trap, slowing, not going to be enough. Nice to fall back. Repel's put up to take off some damage at least.
And that's the best feeling. Gale getting taken out by Repel and all that. It didn't used to. Gale used to be quite the skill.
Radiant's middle tower
Now,
is
yeah,
under
this
attack.
is when coL's good. They're just going to take towers here. And that's the thing with the Drow lineup, though. You don't want to lose a fight. They're just gonna take these, you know, push towers one by one, not overcommit or do anything like we just saw. And losing Kyle for a tower, completely okay.
Yeah, no, it's signature complexity as middle lane Venomancer limp. Again, he's going to be dove on and no chance for him to get away. No support nearby, so they just run at him. But look at those wards. Demon's going to get denied at least. So it does die, but
a lot of wards just sitting there.
that army of wards is level 3. Or level 4 even, actually, at this point. So, yeah, plenty of damage coming out. But, yeah, it goes back to, again, complexity. Their signature is just push objectives. They love these items like the Helm of the Dominator come to mind, you know, the early Solar Crest, etc. And just allow you to get the objectives from Roshan to the towers and win that way.
I think the biggest thing here is if complexity, they really need to, like, get a good gank, maybe team fight, and then steal the stacks with Veno. Because if TA is allowed to take this triple stack or the double stack, she's going to start ramping up super quick. And I'm interested to see when Qualifier actually wants to go for it herself.
Qualifier realizing that needs to be a little bit careful right here.
What? Oh, Kyle?
Is Kyle too far? Yes, he is.
Radiant's middle tower
comes back, easy kill onto him. Oh, he kills Pulboy! Nightmares himself in the midst of it. He will die. The Purification was out of range. What is happening? I mean, all right.
Limp just pushing middle too, and damn, Kyle, that's a big kill. That's a lot. Bulbo's level 5, so he gets a full experience. He's almost level 6 because of that solo kill, solo experience. Now they get middle. That's gonna be a 3K gold lead for him.
Yeah, no, Kyle will definitely take that every day of the week. I mean, sacrifice himself near the tier 2 to get that mid tower push. You see the top tower; it still has a good amount of life, but something tells me we're going to see Z-Freak make his way up there and look to push that in now. As he has that medallion, coming out. And again, Venomancer level 4 wards, a 4 staff. They worked on, but the Ring of Aquila obviously doing plenty already.
Medallion and Blightstone, so
true.
Keeping that up so he can push down. That -2, even for melee creeps, gives him an extra 2 damage on towers. It's not terrible.
I'll take that.
Oh, and he's placing wards on these stacks, so they're just scouting it out. Arcane Rune now, though. For Qualifier. I mean, not the best rune for him, but can pop Refraction a ton more. Maybe just take these stacks.
I got the double here. He's going to clear out the ward at least first, but look at the top lane. Kyle's up here, puts the Enfeeble up on Mason. Mason's like, I thought I got away from you, damn it. He's up here. Getting that damage, although he's going in with it. Now, probably regretting that, though. In comes the Dream Call. They had Omni Knight nearby. The Nightmare comes out with the silence before that. He Nightmares. The heal doesn't hit, though, but the Guardian Angel is used, but the Waiting Rift will finish the job. That was such a back-and-forth mind game right there, but Complexity gets the better of it. They might get more. Fiend's Grip blocking out Omni Knight. Demon going to do what he can with the Static Storm. Is it enough to save MSS? It's absolutely not. The Brain Zap. Demon goes down as well. What a play from Kyle, honestly, on that Bane. That was pretty clutch all around. Right there. They do lose Veno in the mid, but man, that was pretty.
God, the Nightmare targeting when you're Omni Knight, like he just keeps trying to heal, but you can't do it on like the first second of when someone's Nightmared. So he's like using quick cast and it's healing himself instead of the person that get Nightmared. That is actually so rough for him. Because if they get the heal off right there, I mean, they might be fine. They might be able to just run, turn it around even. Instead, 3 of them die.
Yeah. And again, another case of, oh, well, they kill Venomancer, but they lose 3 heroes and they lose top tower ultimately. So it's Complexity will gladly take that trade if that's what it calls for. 4,000 out of 5,000 net worth lead at this point. Nature's Prophet, meanwhile, just split push and bottom. So again, this position for Nature's Prophet, he's already level 7. He's kind of in the midst of it right here. And his items looking very strong. Going back to the Blightstone with that Medallion, a full power treads even. On top
of a lot of damage. And this Omni Knight, if he just eventually gets his skills up, and I mean, I wonder if he went to settings, turned off quick cast, we'll see, but it really is hurting him. Oh, middle lane, Limp again.
Oh, Limp's, he's, you know, every time he comes past this river, it seems like it's the death of him, so something about that. I want to say his 4th death now, 5th death. God, he's 1-5-2. He's honestly not doing that great, so... But at the same time, he's 3rd in net worth. He's higher than anyone else on the Radiant side. So I guess he is doing all right. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's mostly just the towers, though. Like, the Veno should be a little bit higher up here. TA, and he's having a great time. They actually scan uphill. They probably think they're doing Ancients, but it's just Demon chilling right now. And he barely missed his sentry on that ward. But Kyle, not this time, my friend. He's repelled.
That's not going to work this time. So
Oh,
another
he gets
case.
it.
Oh,
He does get the counter ward this time, though. Sorry. Mu does get a kill on Mason, though. It's not good for DC.
Uproot you.
yeah, the struggle for Mason definitely continues, that's for sure. But it's a complexity. I mean, the Venomancer and then even Bane going down right there. It's, again, a case of maybe overstepping a little bit. It seemed a little odd to be in that position in the first place. But what about you? Because now Tier 1 is one thing, but Tier 2s, should complexity now just be kind of grouping up? Because they are doing a lot of the splitting up, it feels like. Now as I say this, they are grouping up, though.
And this is a huge play. They're going to steal these whole stacks, and they were all low. Oh, no. This is the play to make. They're going to be up by like 5K after they take all this big gold. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Maybe they want to contest. There's 5 people here. They have Guardian Angel.
Yeah. Is that, I mean, Guardian Angel just the physical, though. There is still plenty of magic damage that's coming around. Does he have Poison Over yet? Did he level that? No, he still doesn't have it, actually.
The limp again.
Bad spot, just puts out the Gale Static Storm, though. Everything being used, it feels like, on him. And meanwhile, the hook shot also catches Bane. It's going to be a couple of picks for DC.
Dire's middle tower.
So yeah, complexity just finding themselves a little bit too spread out, and they're going to lose a couple more. Find more room for DC to come back.
Yeah, this is not what you want to do as a Drow lineup. You're up some gold, but honestly, it doesn't feel like that much because some of your heroes just don't really do anything early game. Like, Drow doesn't want to be in team fights. Like, her net worth really doesn't mean that much until she gets some more items. So, yeah, DC just doing a really good job of keeping it. I mean, it says 4K lead, but they're keeping it reasonably even. Once that TA gets a Deso plus a Blink Dagger, this Nature's Prophet, I mean, he just gets one shot by most of them. I mean, Drow's in a lot of trouble. It's going to be all in this TA to really get that Deso and Blink.
Well, yeah, I mean, this Radiant lineup is all about that upfront burst with physical, right? You got the TA, you got the Phantom Assassin, that RNG. So, if you're complexity, you definitely want to. I almost want to say they are on a clock, like pretty much, because they need to look to try to finish this game sooner than later. And Omni Knight getting killed right here will help that cause. Nice Fiend's Grip opening. The range on that is pretty damn good. He pretty much max range to catch him, and thus secure the kill. And here we go with the Roshan. Speaking of objectives.
They do have the rocket on it, but without Omni Knight, I mean, these guys are going to take it so quick. And Veno did use ulti for that last kill, so they don't have it up. I don't know if you want to commit to this. And Yellow's just going to be staying bottom, so they won't.
The rocket maybe trying to snipe the kill, but not going to happen. So yeah, it is going to be a free Roshan. Chessie, I'm guessing, going to be picking it up. The Aegis. He has another 1,200 gold saved up here, so Drow curious to see where he goes next with this. coL, Nightmare up on Disruptor. PA's nearby, but realizing that they're in a bad spot, PA's going to TP out, and Demon will be the sacrificial lamb for the team. Bottom lane, Koikva's in trouble now. Can he TP out in time? They do not have a stopper, so yes, he can.
Radiant's middle
Good
tower
reaction.
is under attack.
Drow? Oh, he's going to gust him away here. Traps, though, if he runs over those. Yep, going to be slowed down. Maybe support can get here in time. Going for the turn. That battery assault so annoying, though. They're going to pop the Aegis. That is quite the way to take an Aegis away.
And look at how farm Bulba is. What the hell? Earn Tranquil Soul Ring Hood. This guy's 1,300 HP. All that magic resistance. This guy's actually just Omega farmed for a 4 position right now. Like, so is Z-Freak, but you expect Apherion to be farmed. This Clockwork is so tanky, and you have a frontliner now.
Yeah, that is something. Puck, Veil of Discord with the Blink Dagger. Speaking of farm, he's actually top in the game, is Mu. 7,600 net worth, but that TA, that's the key, really. The Desolator finished, 1,000 gold saved up. So the Blink Dagger is going to be next in line, the routine build for him. 4-man smoke gank here for DC. They're hunting for somebody. Maybe that somebody going to be Z-Freak. Uh-oh. One's on the uphill.
Looks like it might have been, but he's like, nah, I'm just going to go middle. And they know Mu's up top, but that's such a hard kill. And Mu, a lot different than Monkeys Forever. He's already level 14 at 17 minutes in. Veil Blink Treads, and they have vision of him now. Hooks in. Push back. No ulti from Demon, though.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh, Demon is messing up. He definitely could have got that, like, the silence on the end there. And there was enough damage on him he couldn't have blinked, so a little bit of a mistake there. And now they just get bottom tower because of that.
You look at the vision also placed by coL right here. Very aggressive ward coming out. And I think it was pinged by the Radiant side, though. So They might have seen it. They might be kind of running it in the near future, but still for now, vision is out. So Complexity as they push
Radiant's
bottom.
tower is under
Now
attack.
making their way back to the middle lane. You see a ward put up on the cliff right there from Venomancer. Of course, he has level 2 ultimate now, and Hurricane Pike is going to be finished in the near future for him. So
This should
Good
make my
job.
life
I
easier.
mean, they gave away. I mean, it's 10-8 in favor of DC. They've given away a few kills they shouldn't have, but they're still playing this Furion lineup like you're supposed to. Furion Drow, you just push towers, go back, farm both jungles, farm a couple lanes, and you're good.
But again, it goes back to all this team. All DC needs is a couple of lucky crits, maybe from PA, and the meld combo from Templar Assassin on 1 or 2 heroes, and they win a fight, and that can completely shift the other way. So. Definitely would not feel comfortable if you're Complexity by any means at this point. And actually, let's talk about this because PA building a Yasha into a Manta style. Not your everyday build on PA, but figuring he needs the Manta here.
Yep, takes off Gale now, which is pretty important. Obviously, just splitting it, making him guess who you're going against. And if there's an Orchids eventually on Furion, gonna be good. And just versus Puck Silence, so
Are scanning.
just survivability plus a little bit of damage and move speed.
Orchid is going
Are they just gonna grip him? This might just be a straight up grip here, but this would not be a good grip, I don't think, because there's a lot of people over here.
Yeah, I think that's what's holding them up. They kind of spotted that at the last second. So Kyle's running in. He just enfeebles him. Here we go, hook shot. Initiation on the Drow. Going to be able to get pushed over out of the cog. Static Storm put down as well. Move. It's several years with the Drink coL. He's going to phase shift as the Guardian Angel is used, though. Limp here. He's already used his Poison Nova Demon. He's going to take down Clockwork's going to end up falling. TA's in trouble now. Doesn't have Refraction up. Oh my god, that Wrath of Nature did so much damage. MSS is also going to fall in the end. That's what I was talking about, the Guardian Angel earlier. It doesn't feel like it's actually the best this game, and we kind of saw that there. Triple kill for Moo, or not for Moo, but for Limp.
Yeah, and that was a nice initiation by Bulba, and then the problem is Demon just throws down his ulti, and he just 4-staffs out of the cogs. And I mean, when you one-man ulti somebody and they have a 4-staff, doesn't feel very good. Cogs, pretty much a useless skill now. And they just gonna lose a full Rax here. This is perfect. I mean, when I see Drow lineups picked and like I'm rooting for that team as a spectator, I always get so nervous. But if I'm watching coL, like they're one of the most like heaviest execution teams that do it correctly, and I mean there's nothing to worry about. These guys know exactly what to do and exactly where to be.
And Z-Freak was never really in danger right there. He had too many heroes nearby to help him, and is simply trying to delay the fallback. But this is going to transition nicely into a Shrine kill for Complexity. So talk about objectives. They get the melee Rex top. They get the Shrine at the top shortly here. There we go. And also, with all of that, they're going to get bigger and better items. In fact, Hurricane Pike for Drow is now just about finished. And Venomancer is going to be able to right-click not only a Yasha, but Manta style is going to be coming up shortly for him.
This guy's jacked. They're all jacked. I mean, they're on 12K at 21 minutes in. Kyle in trouble though.
All right, he's like, all right, this is where I die now. You know, Kyle was actually he was casted with me the other day when we were watching DC, and obviously with Demon, and you know we saw Demon do several moves like that as they kill Mason, by the way. Exactly, you see right there. He's just laughing right now. He is ecstatic. He was making that comment on Demon, how he's kind of doing the same thing. As a position 5 player, it's the little things you got to appreciate.
Yeah, he died that way because it was a break coil into a death. That breaking the coil is so much damage now since the initial damage isn't there. And yeah, I mean that's the thing. Complexity. These execution heavy lineups, and I mean they're gonna execute. And DC just looks a little bit confused. That PA pick. I mean we talked about the Enfeeble kind of as a joke, and the Enfeeble really destroyed him in that early game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on the landing phase. In fact, so he went to 6 armor level 10, but do they still get the steel damage at level 15, or does he go the experience gain?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think at this point, if you're in a Drow line, you take the Enfeeble steals damage. But, I mean, you could do experience gain if you think it's going to go late, but, I mean, one team fight from coL. I think you just call a good game if you're DC.
That's fair.
So it might not even get to level 15, honestly.
Blessings.
300.
Yeah, we went that. I haven't seen that. I actually have not seen that. 25 attack speed's pretty nice, but... Oh, okay.
Huh.
Oh, Limp. Oh, and he steals the haste from bullets at DP.
Alright, he's good. DP's out.
That's good. That sucks. And yeah, like Koikba doesn't get the trap damage. He goes armor.
TA.
Now he's down.
That's not good. Gonna get hit right here. He does not have a buyback, by the way. This is big. Poison Nova is going to be activated for this. They really want this kill. Koiko's going to stand his ground. Turn with some auto attack. Going to be lifted up by the Eels. Boba going in with a hook shot with a 4-staff away from Limp. He gets glimpsed back in to the fight. To some teammate support, but they do finish off Omni Knight in the midst of that. Boba's also going to end up going down. TA, he is ticking away. It looks like I'm starting to see where he is. Koiko's in the base. Isn't enough poison damage on him. The refraction coming back up. He will survive, actually. Some way, somehow. So good job at least keeping TA alive. He's going back in. Koifa, those are balls of steel right there, but yeah, probably not the right decision. 55 seconds. He's dead for now. No buyback to be had.
Moose just toying around with them. Yeah, this is looking like that Gus knockback's actually 300 is a lot more than I thought it was. That guy just kept flying backwards. I was like, is he ever going to stop? Flew halfway to the mountain. Here goes another Rax. They might not end the game here, but they're going to take another Rax for sure. And look at Bottom's already pushed in by Moose because they have the creeps in.
Radiant's
oh my
middle
goodness.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, complexity.
Radiant's bottom
It's just
tower
crazy
is
to
under
think.
attack.
I honestly, when I was watching Dream League, I thought
Radiant's
complexity
middle
was favored over
has
EG.
fallen.
And EG wins 2 series. It just goes to show how good coL is. But here we go.
Final fight, perhaps upon us. Boba, he's going to survive 4-staff away. Dream 12 lockdown, though. Moo is wicked sick indeed as he takes out Disruptor. TA's up for another 8 seconds. I mean, has a buyback, but obviously you're in that spot if he doesn't want to. Unfortunately, that means that's another set of racks going down, and yeah, they're just going to call it GG. Maybe talking it over, seeing what they can do differently in Game 2, but Game 1, pretty decisive victory for Complexity here. When it's all said and done, you look at the top 4 farmers on the side of net worth, at least, all belonging for Complexity. That's when you know it went well.
In that opening, I think you have to ban out Nature's Prophet, just because, I mean, you assume Z-Freak's going to be playing at this point. So, such a versatile hero, and it always, like, if you have a 2v2 lane, you can almost guarantee it's going to be a 3v2 if you're going for a kill. Z-Freak can, the global presence, just insane, and I don't often say in official casts that someone got worked, but DC, they got worked pretty hard this game.
Yeah. One of those cases definitely got worked, but I mean, I've seen so many series where one team will just get dominated the first game, and then, you know, we could have a swing the other way. I mean, DC, by all means, a team that can make that happen. So, Complexity, feel good. Still a series left, though.
Are you restoring connection to Dota 2 coordinator?
I
Is this
am.
the patch? Oh, no. Are they actually going to drop the big patch right now? They all... Oh, my...
7.1 is here.
It could, if you didn't know, like 3-4 years ago, there's a league called American Dota League, which isn't here anymore. And every night on Wednesday or Thursday, they drop a patch that's like a 30-minute download because everyone had bad internet every time. And NA players started getting so mad at Ice Frog because the patches would get dropped during their series. It would be pretty funny. Now I'm already back. Okay, so
yeah, I don't think it was that big patch.
I was waiting though. It was supposed to drop yesterday, wasn't it?
I don't know. I've honestly been following up on that, so we'll have to wait and see. 0-10 Z-Freak, man. That's a stat that, as a support player, I would be proud of personally. So,
some good stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. You definitely just have to. You're gonna have to not let him do a Drow lineup again. I think you ban the Fury on at least, and that will take a little bit away from it. Maybe the Bane. I mean, you let the Bane, which other people are first pecking, first banning.
Yeah. All right, guys. Game number 2: DC versus Complexity. Complexity up 1-0 in this best of 3 Summit 8 North American qualifiers. I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Grant. Game number 2. Coming up next.